What are your thoughts about this? See, I never understood the argument that abortion should be allowed for only rape or incest if you believe life begins at conception. If you believe that killing a clump of cells with arguably the potential to be a human is murder, then why are you actually okay with abortion in any circumstances? Not the baby's fault. The father, or incest cases, maybe the mother was a rapist, so why are you cool with killing that baby? Sometimes that view is linked to the idea that having consensual sex is consenting to possibly getting pregnant, i.e. you chose to have sex, so you chose to get pregnant. And you don't have a right to change your mind now. Whereas raped women never chose to take that chance to possibly get pregnant. They had no agency in that. I would agree with that thought. I've never understood the placing of conditions. Just go all in, one way or the other. I am of the idea that we don't get to choose over somebody else's bodies, but women should have the liberty to choose whether they want to have the child or not, and abortion is not a crime in no way. That's all. I just think that women should have control over their bodies, period. I'm baffled how that's still considered a radical belief. I think that quote is oversimplifying a complicated issue for the sake of stirring up emotions and arguments. The way I look at that statement is this. Pro-lifers condemn abortion supposedly because all lives are sacred. But if that is true, wouldn't the lives of fetuses who are a product of rape, incest be just as sacred as those conceived through consensual sex? So really, it's about punishing women for choosing to have sex, not about all lives being sacred. As backwards as it sounds, I actually have more respect for pro-lifers who do not support the rape, incest exception. If abortion was only legal when you were raped, that would mean you would have to prove that you were raped before being able to get an abortion. How would you execute that? If you have no proof, you can't get an abortion? And what even counts as rape for that law? If you get drunk and a guy takes advantage of you while you can't say no, can you get an abortion? How would you prove that? People who want abortion to only be legal in case of rape are delusional, in my humble opinion. On a side note, I think a woman should have the choice to abort in all cases. I agree, but only in the sense that those people should STFU. And let the people who have wombs decide what they want to do with them, regardless of whether they've been assaulted or not. Nah, it sounds kinda profound, but I think it stops there. If they want to argue false rape accusations will become more prevalent because of the conditions that need to be met. And this comment section can blow up in terms of arguments for or against, but I do think this quote does not have any significance in the conversation except as an appeal to emotion and requires the conversation to stay on women versus society, which I find as a dead end. They all are, though. If anything, someone who believes the rape clause to abortion is valid would be saying, in order to have the right to your offspring's body, someone else had to violate yours first, because that's what they are talking about in this situation. It's a silly statement. The issue with it is that the abortion is okay if rape, incest occurred argument is used as an easy to agree to step forwards from no abortions ever, which is the case in Texas. For some reason, despite being a pro-abortion stance, it's arguing against another pro-abortion stance because it isn't pro-abortion enough. It's arguing against its own allies. There are people who are completely against abortion. Argue against those instead. Body autonomy. I don't know about that. But over here the thing is that abortion is only free in those instances. On other cases it isn't free. It's your fault, suck it up with your wallet. It's a woman's right to choose what happens to her body. Women have abortions for many reasons. But it's her business, not the government's. Men will only agree to abortion if their mistress accidentally got pregnant. I think it's more a view that abortion is bad and so you need a really good reason to do it. The level of distress and pain involved in carrying a rapist's baby may be a good enough reason. But because you think it's bad timing in your life to have a baby wouldn't be a good enough reason. Have a nice time proving it's actually a rape. By the time we get a judgment, the kid is in kindergarten.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.